Hello student, today we are going to continue chapter 4th heat. Student, in my previous video we have completed all the topic of this chapter. Today we are doing question and answers of this chapter which is given in your NCERT book. So the first question is, state similarity and difference between the laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. Student, we read that clinical thermometer we use to measure the body temperature and laboratory thermometer we used for measuring the temperature other object, and we use also it in laboratory. So first of all we write the similarity. What is the similarity between the laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer, student? Both the thermometer consist of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. Both have a bulb at one end. Both contain mercury in a bulb. Both use Celsius scale on the glass tube. Student, in this picture you see this one is laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. Both have a narrow glass body, and in one end bulb is present which contain mercury. Now we read difference. A clinical thermometer read temperature 35 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius, while the range of a laboratory thermometer is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius, and it is very important, student. Clinical thermometer has a nick, okay, near the bulb, while there is no nick in the laboratory thermometer. Due to the nick, mercury does not fall down on its own in clinical thermometer. Student, you see in this picture nick is present in clinical thermometer and it is not present in laboratory thermometer. Okay, so now we read our next question. What is conductor and insulator? Give two examples of each of them. Conductor, the material which allow heat pass through them easily. Okay, conductor is what? The material which allow heat pass through them easily are conductor of heat. Example, aluminium and iron. Insulator, the material which do not allow heat pass through them easily are insulator. Example, plastic and wood. Conductor, who allow heat pass through them, and insulator, who do not allow pass heat through them. Now the third question, discuss why wearing more layer of clothes during winter keep us warm than wearing just one thick piece of cloth. Student, more layer of clothing keep us warm in winters. In winter we wear more layer of clothes. Okay, why? Because more layering of clothing keep us warm in a winter, as they have a lot of space between them. These space get filled up with air. These space get filled up with air, and we read that air is a bad conductor or insulator. So it does not allow the body heat to escape out. Now the next is, mark whether the heat is being transferred by conduction, convection and radiation. Student, you know that there are three processes in a transfer of heat. We read conduction, convection and radiation. This diagram is given in your book, and according to the questions, what you do, you mark that in this diagram where conduction processes occur, convection processes occur and radiation is occur. So conduction occur in this part and convection in liquid. When liquid is boiled, this boiled by the process of convection, and heat is passed in surrounding to the surrounding is called radiation. Because conduction is a process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end of an object. Okay, why the conduction is occur here? Because conduction is a process in which heat is passed from the hotter object to the colder object or from the hotter end to the colder end. So here conduction is occur. Here convection and radiation. Now the next one is, in place of a hot climate, it is in place of a hot climate, it is advised that the outer wall of a house be painted white. Explain. In hot climate areas, it is advised that outer wall of a houses be painted white. Actually, student, in place of a hot climate, it is advised that the outer wall of houses be painted white, because white color reflect heat, and it is important that white color reflect heat and the house do not heat up too much. White color reflect heat and the house do not heat up. So it advised that the outer wall of the house be painted white in hot climate areas. Now we do the keywords of this chapter, heat. First, thermometer. Student, you write keywords in your fair notebook. Thermometer is what? Temperature is measured by a device which we call thermometer. Next, clinical thermometer. The thermometer that measure our body temperature is called clinical thermometer, and a clinical thermometer read the temperature from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Now you explain the structures. Clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at one end. The bulb contains mercury. A scale on the thermometer. The scale we used is Celsius scale, indicated by degree Celsius. You have to write this complete one under clinical thermometer. Now, precautions while reading a clinical thermometer. Thermometer should be washed before and after used, and we wash it by antiseptic solution, with an antiseptic solution. Ensure that before use the mercury level is below 35. Read the thermometer keeping the level of a mercury along the line of sight. Handle the thermometer with care. Okay, if it hit against some hard object, it can break. So when you handle it carefully. Do not hold the thermometer by the bulb while reading it. Okay. Now laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer is used to measure the temperature of other object and in a laboratory for scientific purpose, and the range of laboratory thermometer is generally from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, the range of laboratory thermometer is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Now conduction, the three process. Transfer of heat, we read that conduction, convection and radiation. So first process is conduction. The process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end of an object is called conduction. And student, you have to write also that in solid, generally the heat is transferred by the process of conduction. Now convection, the method of transfer heat by the movement of the particle of substance away from the source of heat is known as convection. Okay, transfer of heat by movement of particle. Transfer of heat. Okay, transferring heat by movement of particle of substance away from the source of heat is called convection. And student, the air near the heat source get heated up and rises. Radiation, all hot bodies emit heat by the process radiation. Sunlight comes to the earth because of radiation. Sunlight come to earth because of radiation. Okay, as there is no medium present between the atmosphere of earth and the sun. And always remember that all hot bodies emit heat by the process radiation. Now sea bridge formation or sea bridge. Student, when we read the chapter, we read that how the sea bridge is formed. Actually, during the day, the land get heated faster than the water. The air over the land become hotter and rises up. Okay. land become hotter and rises up. The air above the land become hotter and rises up. The cooler air from the sea rushed in towards the land to take its place. The warm air from the land moved towards the sea to complete the cycle. And the air from the sea is called sea bridge. Now land bridge formation, at night the water cooled down more slowly than the land. So cool air from the land moved towards the sea. Okay, this is called the land bridge. This is all for today. Thank you.